Hi, it's Heather Buchman here. Today I'm going to start a series to help you. If you've been thinking about buying a house and you don't really know the process or what's all involved, I want to start telling you some tips on how to get started, how to do it correctly, some important things you might need to know. But let's just start today with day one. Why do you need to use a realtor, right? If you're thinking about buying a house, nowadays you can go online and there's so many websites where you can just click and see a tour and take a tour. So you think, okay, it's super easy, right? But what I want to encourage you today is find a realtor that's going to work for you as the buyer's agent. When you click those things, you might just get a random realtor. If you call from a sign, you're going to get the agent that represents the seller. You don't want somebody that's representing the seller because then they're not negotiating on your behalf, right? And if you just keep, showing up to work with any realtor of the day, they're not going to get to know you. So why do you need a buyer's agent to represent you? Somebody that's there to support you. Well, one, let me just give you a couple things that I do for my clients. I'm here to guide you through every step of the process. I know you may not know it. I know it's kind of overwhelming. It's a big process. It's a huge investment you're doing. I'm going to start advising you every step of the way. If I know people, I can recommend them to you. You may not know a good lender or a good home inspector. That's where I come in and help. Plus, I also know the current market and the conditions, what's going on. I can tell you if the house that you're looking at is worth, the cost that it's being listed for and what you're going in. So that's really helpful when it comes down to eventually doing the negotiations. We have to sit there and discuss what offer you're going to put in, how much you want to ask for, what, other little contingencies, like do you need a home inspection and what that means. So I'm here to negotiate every step of the way because, believe it or not, it's not just the day you put the contract in that we're negotiating. We're negotiating on the home inspections. We're negotiating possibly on the appraisals. There's a lot of steps that you want somebody with an expert that's working for you to represent you in that process, right? So again, you really want to work with a buyer's agent who's going to get you what you're looking for, right? We're going to go out and we're going to shop homes and we're going to look at it. And when I'm there, I'm going to answer your questions. I'm going to help you find one that's in the neighborhood you're looking for. I'm going to start to get to know you during the process to say, okay, she really likes hardwood floors and maybe not carpeting. Just recently, I have a client that's looking at houses and we've determined that we don't want well and septic. So even though we're looking at one, if she finds one and she says, hey, can I see this? I'm like, well, did you know this is well and septic? And we're like, oh, we can take it off the list. It saves everybody some time, but it only happens when you work with somebody that's going to get to know you and can kind of really start narrowing it down and helping you find that perfect house, right? Like I said before, we have connections. If I don't have a personal connection, I work with, an awesome group of realtors and we all work together on who can maybe help you fix your kitchen or who can upgrade your bathroom or who, as a cleaning service. I've worked with some people that, they admitted they have a little bit too much stuff and they want to get it out and they want somebody to just come and take it away, right? So we have connections to all of those people on top of good lenders that we work with. Good, title companies, good, home inspectors. So we have a whole list of resources that people that we work with all of the time that we can make recommendations to. People always wonder how much you get paid. I don't get paid to go out and show you houses. I get paid at the closing table. So there's a really good incentive for me to work hard for you, right? Through the whole thing. Because if I'm just randomly showing you houses and we never get to a closing table, just think about it. I never get paid for all of that work that I'm doing for you, which is also something, good reason why you really want to pick somebody that's going to work with you because they're investing their time into you and we just, hope that you'll trust us so we can, get our money back at the end. And saying that, who pays you? Typically, everybody's contracts are different and I'm only saying this in a general statement. Typically as a buyer's agent, we actually get paid for by the seller at the closing table. It's considered part of the negotiation with the listing, of the house that they co-op with the agent that's bringing the buyer. So most times, and there's always exceptions, and I always discuss those, exceptions with my clients on a one-on-one basis, but, a lot of times we get paid mostly by the seller, so there's probably no fee even at the closing table for you. If there is, there might be a small, administration fee, or transaction fee, but it's still very minor compared to the whole process of buying a house, right? Like I said, I know you're overwhelmed. I know this whole process is stressful, and like I can send you a book on how to buy a house and a guide through the whole process, and you can read it. It's just a couple pages. Feel free to message me or email me down below if you'd like a copy. I'll send it to you. But I mean, I'm a perfectionist. I like to know step 1 to step 10, right? I want to know the whole process. But in reality, when I actually do the work, I like to be taking it out one step at a time. And if somebody can show me that one step, I know I'll accomplish it. And then I'll move on to step 2. And if I can be shown that step, I can move on to step 3, right? So that's my job, is to break this whole big overwhelming process down into bite-sized pieces that are going to be simple and easy for you to understand, and not to make it so stressful. I really try to make the home buying process as little as stress as possible. I know we're going to run into bumps in the road. I know packing and moving is stressful. I know the whole thing is just in general a stressful process for most people, but my goal is to try to take away as much of that stress as I can and help you along. There's a lot of things in the process of buying a house and negotiating that we do behind the scenes that our buyers don't even know about, which is why I really pride myself on trying to do that, to take away those problems, to take away that stress for you, right? And my services, what I really try to do as your buyer's agent, I'll guide you through the whole process, but I'm there for you long after we buy a house. You'll hear me talk to you. I still answer questions from a lot of my past clients. I really consider you a friend, and I want to be there long beyond the time of buying a house, right? Once you get the keys, I don't just say goodbye, good luck, have fun. I'm here for you. If you know somebody else that might be interested in buying a house, I hope my reputation is so good that you're going to want to tell others about me and the service that I provide for you long after the house, you get the keys to your house, is worth it. I mean, I still, mail out items of value every month to my clients. Like this month is about home, phone scams and how you can, start blocking some of those scammers that are calling your phone. But I do that every month to my, favorite clients, my past clients, my favorite friends. So if you're not on my list there too, let me know. But I try to provide so much value long after the sale and answer any questions, because let's face it, questions still arise sometimes after you buy a house. Maybe you still need that plumber because you found something, or maybe you just want to tweak the kitchen again, and you need a recommendation on somebody that can do that. I'm there to help you. I'm there to help give you some of the resources if you're new to the community that can help guide you. So please, use a buyer's agent who's going to be there not just for you to buy the house, but going to be there for you long afterwards, right? And like I said, I really want my service to be top of the line. I'm here for you every step of the way. I want you to be telling your friends about me. So I'm going to do the best job I can possibly do for you. So that's step number 1 in the whole buying process, is find a realtor that you like, that you trust, that knows your neighborhood, that has experience and can help you, because we're here for you. I know I work really hard for my clients. There's a lot of stuff I do behind the scenes that, you guys don't even know about. It's about building that trust and relationship and starting the process. Because when I start, we'll talk more about this in the next couple steps. When I start searching for homes for you, it might be a big net, right? Because I don't necessarily know you. I'm asking you some general questions. We're going to go out and see a couple homes. And every time we see that home, we're going to start narrowing down that net until we really get to know what you want, what you're looking for, and we can make it targeted and focused. We can get you through the process. And, again, it goes back to, I want you to have a good process of buying a house that's as little as stress as possible. So there you go. Step number 1 in buying a house is find a realtor that you like and trust and will be there with you every step of the way, and has, the resources to help you. I hope that I can help you. If you have any questions, please, drop a comment below, reach out to me. And if you want my buyer's guide to help you through this process, it's free. I can just send you an email, just reach out to me, and I'll get it over to you. With that, guys, have a great day. Bye.